I'm ready whenever, bro. I'm
Yeah.
probably not gonna count though. I might not.
I have an intruder in my body, and he does not want to leave. He's made that pretty clear.
Looks like a giant fat Pikachu on your shoulder.
Yeah. My baby boy. My baby boy. Anyways, alright, should we start this shit or what?
I guess
Yeah,
it's
man, I'm
started
down to
now.
start whenever, bro.
Alright, I'm
Started up
starting now.
undressed.
Yo, it's your boys, 3
Yeah.
AM boys.
Mhm.
You got Roger.
Yo.
You got Andrew.
Hello.
And we got me.
Andress. What's up, boys?
What's up, boys?
Oh, we said the same thing,
How's-
Andres. This is
Yeah.
for sure. Everybody's gonna think that the show is scripted now. The jig is up, Andres. We fucked
No,
it
no,
up.
they know. Ooh, I might as well just rip the script and fuck it.
Rip the motherfucking script, man. Nah, but what's
Wait,
up,
a
Andres?
scripted episode sounds fucking dope though.
A scripted episode? What's our?
Yeah.
What the hell's
Why
our?
not?
There's most podcasts honestly kind of like semi-script where they like have segments and shit, and then I guess they have like notes of what they want to talk about.
Yeah, but basically a scripted episode would pretty much just be a sketch, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
Or some shit like that.
Yeah, I mean that might not be a bad idea. Just have some sketches in between where we go into fucking scripts. Andres just froze on us.
Oh shit. He froze with the look
Oh.
on his
Yeah,
eyes,
dude,
bro.
he
You
was
saw that
fucking
shit?
ready, dude.
Ow!
Pulling his hair back and shit, giving the demon eyes.
Yeah, man.
I look normal in my thing, but it'd be like that. Ow, fucking Gilbert head.
You're gonna have to
Alright,
get that
Gilbert,
fucking
get
cat
off,
off of you,
man.
man.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well,
Yeah,
what's
man,
up?
you can't let him live on your shoulder, bro. That ain't Pikachu, brother.
Yeah, man. He
Ain't nobody's shoulder as strong as Ash's
That man is
shoulder.
literally
All
using
right,
you as furniture, bro.
that's gonna hurt you in the long run.
It's claws and shit, and I hate it. And he just
Dude,
loves being there.
he's
He
an
just
animal.
loves being there.
Ash is inhuman. The way that he had like Pikachu on his shoulder
He's
all
an
the
anime
time,
character.
everywhere he
Yeah.
went. Dude, that
How
is
much
so
Pikachu
crazy
weigh,
to me.
dude? Hold on, we have
I
to
don't
look this
fucking
up.
know. That shit was crazy to me.
Let's see how much Pikachu weighs. This is an interesting topic.
He
That
he
motherfucker would
carried
go
a fucking
hiking and shit.
Lavatar, and that
I
shit's
mean,
like,
maybe Ash was doing the push-ups like every night before bed.
heavy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, supposedly he's lifted impossibly heavy Pokemon before in the show,
Yeah.
so he's technically Superman.
Let's see, Pikachu weight. Pikachu weight is only 13 pounds.
13 pounds on your shoulder.
Obviously,
all the
it's
fucking
not the
time?
best. Like, I'm not saying it's light.
And you're 10
That
years
sounds
old.
awful. Yeah, that sounds terrible. I wouldn't want 5 pounds on my fucking shoulder.
Oh,
Walking, like, trekking through the mountains all day and shit. Fuck that.
man.
That kid walked 24 hours a day, bro. That dude was never not walking.
That's why he can do it, man. He had the fucking stamina,
Jesus, fucking-
the youth, the flame.
Strong ass 10-year-olds, man. I wonder how many of our 10-year-olds can go on an adventure like that.
None of them. They're all trapped in their homes, in their homeschool. Bro, my fucking little cousin that's living with us now, he has virtual school, obviously. That motherfucker does not give a shit about that. And I don't
No one
fucking
does.
blame him, but like,
Bro,
It's
that's
garbage.
like the worst way for little boys to learn, basically. It's
Dude.
the worst possible way. Locked up behind the screen, no human interaction. You know how fucking sad that shit is, realistically, to learn with? That's
yeah,
terrible.
it's just ass. And also, like, he can just do whatever the fuck he wants. Like, if he doesn't want to do this shit, he just basically doesn't do this shit.
Yeah, it's it's so easy to get away with doing nothing
Yeah.
in that situation.
And
for most
especially like if
students.
like the parent isn't there to like monitor the kid 24/7 while he's in school, then he's definitely not gonna most likely pay attention to that shit. Like he straight up need a babysitter.
And the problem is that like it's kind of a dilemma for parents because normally they understand a lot of parents understand that even like little boys or like 10-year-olds, right, need their privacy to some degree, right? Or need away time, right, to be away from them. That's kind of what public school like offered in a lot of ways. Like it gave boys like away time from their parents. So if you want to be that parent that like ensures that your son or your daughter is doing everything all the time perfectly and like the school online, you're basically getting rid of that completely from
Yeah.
their lives, you know. And you're pretty much not only have them sleeping in a room where they're like working all day, but you're like fucking hovering over their shoulders all day every day and shit like that. Like Dude, that could fucking really cause some issues,
And
man.
honestly,
I'm
that's
not
not
gonna lie.
even mostly like that's definitely a fucking problem. But like most of the time,
Isn't
the
it
parents
crazy?
can't even pay attention to the kids because they're either working from home or they're at work, so the kids are home alone or some shit. You know what I mean? So the kids are doing whatever the fuck they want. They ain't learning jack shit.
I
I know.
legit, I feel bad for those kids at home to have those like over the shoulder hawk like parents where you're in your room all day like stressing from school in your room, and in your room you have your parents just fucking like over your neck all day 24/7, like all eyes are on you all the time. Like that shit can get fucking weird for a kid, honestly. To not have just normal fucking interaction, instead just live like that all day every day.
Yeah,
That's kind of fucking
it's like
I
those
don't know.
fucking
This stuff is doing some damage, man. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
It's doing some
It's
damage.
like how they
School
raise
is
those
important.
fucking Russian spies in the movies, like in fucking what's that movie called that's coming out, Black Widow.
Yeah.
That's how I train those
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
So,
This shit is not
dude,
healthy. And it's sad because the school system we had before was already not very healthy for a lot
I
of
fucking
students.
I hated our school system. I want to fight the board of directors of the fucking school system. I really do. That's like
Yeah,
my goal in
Yeah.
life.
I gotta choose violence.
Violence is the answer. No, but it's
They
really
they need
fucked
to
up.
know what's coming to them. My fist.
I mean, America's school system has been failing for the longest time, and it's not exactly a secret, you know?
Yeah, I was actually watching
Other
a
countries know
Netflix
that.
documentary
Everyone
about
knows it.
money today, and they were talking about fucking student loans
Mm.
and how that shit is like the biggest scam ever. Apparently, I saw they had like a sample
Yeah,
video
I
of
heard that like most people don't go to college for that reason. A lot
yeah,
of people don't go
exactly.
to college for
Dude,
that reason.
like they had like this there was this TikTok of this girl who said that she started off basically like her major was gonna cost $80,000, right? She's already paid $120,000 after she graduated of student loan, of student debt, and she still owes $76,000.
Dude,
How?
no, that's psychotic, bro.
How?
That's why
That's
fucking
And you can just see
psychotic.
her like when she's like saying it, she just
I
starts
never took a
fucking
student
raging,
loan.
bro. She just starts fucking going crazy. You can tell that that shit is like. I mean, I'm
Bro,
not her,
the
and I'm
system
mad.
traps you sometimes, bro. Like again, who if no one is teaching her that shit, like it's so many students fall into those sorts of traps because no one is there to guide them, you know, or no one is there to teach them
Not only
properly
that,
about
and
those things in life.
we've all our
It
lives
sucks.
you're taught like if you don't have a college degree, you're not gonna have a job, basically.
Yeah, you're drilled the opposite into your head all day, every single day,
So they don't give you a choice. They're like, oh, you have to go to college, if not, I'm gonna be broke. But then you go to college,
bro.
and you're broke anyways.
That's
you
scary,
know
bro. They literally fucking push you into the trap they set up for fucking
it is.
decades now. That's fucking insane, man.
Bro, like people get like the worst part is too like I see people like in Sherwin like they're like the assistant managers like are all of them are like people that went to college and they got into the assistant manager program just to pay off their fucking debt and they're trapped like they're trapped. It's like I gotta be a manager if I want to finish paying off my shit, and they're like trapped in Sherwin because it's like I can make money in Sherwin, fuck my
Every
degree.
manager there is trapped there, bro.
Yeah,
'Cause
so if you become
they
assistant
give you
manager
good
you're
money. That's
trapped.
the problem. They give you
Yeah, they
like pretty
trap you
Yeah.
with the
decent
money,
money,
and then you get used to it, and then you like what you know, you like your lifestyle.
and then you're actually a Sherwin manager for the rest of your fucking life, right?
That's how
Yeah,
they trap
That's
all those
exactly.
managers
I mean, it's at
and
the end
any
of the day,
job.
it's not the worst shit, bro. Like
Yeah, it's not. I
I
mean,
you
some
could do
people
way
like
worse
that.
things.
it's not,
You can be living in fucking third world country, like
but at that point, like, why go to college then if you're just gonna be a Sherwin manager?
That is true. That is
why
true.
stress yourself out for
What is
that?
that? That's that college program that Sherwin does, where they let college graduates like train to immediately become managers, right? Essentially,
They become assistant managers, yeah,
like right off the bat. Yeah,
right off the
it's
bat,
an
and then
interesting program. I mean, you guarantee yourself a manager position. And some of these places is good, man. And Sherwin, especially, bro, you find yourself a nice little shop, and like the bonuses you get at the end of the year for the managers and the assistant managers, it's good living, man. You can actually do some good fucking living. The problem with assistant
bro,
managers
if
though
you
is that they
find
have a lot of responsibility and they're the manager's bitch.
Yeah, dude,
That's the problem with
fuck
assistant
that.
manager. That shit can suck balls, bro. That shit can actually
yeah,
be the most stressful job, hands down. The president can like of the fucking area can just basically leave it to the
Smite you.
co-captain, the co-manager, to do everything, right? If he really wants to. It's pretty fucked. It's pretty fucked. But yeah.
Dude, when I was working in Sherwin in Florida, I finally found the perfect store for me. I was living it, dude. Like all you have to do if for all those Sherwin employees, find yourself a fucking good manager, a decent assistant manager. Dude, my manager was super chill, super cool, super pop culture, super
Super
awesome
pop
guy,
culture,
super like that guy was like he was like old, but like
but he was
older than
hip.
us, but like he gets it. Like
He
he
gets
gets
it.
it.
Or
He
maybe you're
gets
old
life.
too, Andres. You ever thought about that?
No, I'm not. Shut up. Um anyways, and then I had a really old assistant manager who like he always did like the forklift truck, and I hated doing that. And that's his thing. He loves doing that shit. So I'm like, cool. If you find your fucking setup like that, dude, you could
So
be a
sit
full
down,
timer
bro.
and live your life.
He
You could
gets to
just live
sit.
your life.
Yeah, you get your little fucking routine and you just do your shit, get it done. That's the cool thing. Like once you get really, really good at your job, it really just becomes like
Yeah.
easy and you can just turn your brain off most of the time. But then it's like, okay, that's where you've, set your limit, right? That's where you've
Yeah.
set your fucking bar. That's what you're gonna be.
This is life now. I'm in.
Yeah.
I do this.
Yeah. I mean, and again, I think that a lot of people, or maybe society, I guess in general, like makes that seem like a really bad thing. But bro, for most people,
Yeah, it's
that's a fucking blessing, bro.
hell yeah,
So
bro.
it's that's just reality. But
Yeah. If you get
yeah,
paid well and you do a decent job and you don't really hate your job, then you're good.
Yeah.
Honestly.
More money doesn't usually give you more happiness at the end of the day. More money, more problems. That's the truest shit I've ever fucking heard in my life.
yeah,
That's just how it goes.
yeah. That's just how it is, man. So yeah, I don't hate anyone who fucking goes for that type of lifestyle. I don't blame them.
Me
It's
neither.
life. And they make good money. Fuck
Yeah.
it. Like if they make good money, they make good fucking money at the
There's
end
a
of the
lot
day.
of jobs
So
that
you
do
can't
that,
really
not just
blame them.
Sherwin, but like
Like
obviously
being
that's
a fucking plumber
the
or
best
an
example
HVAC
I can
tech.
give.
Yeah. The kinds of jobs that are not sensationalized,
But
basically.
those people make bank. Plumbers make
They
money.
make hella fucking bank, bro. They make so much fucking money. It's
Or
crazy.
electricians or any of that shit.
Mm.
But yeah, fucking
Yeah.
college is a
Like
scam,
my
bros.
my stepdad was an electrician, and like I would go out and jobs with him. I mean, kudos to anybody who wants to do that, but
That's a scary fucking
that's just
job. I'm
not
not
my life.
fucking with
That's
electricity.
not my life.
Yeah. Wait, what was he?
This
What
electrician
was it? Electric. Oh yeah, that's right. No,
stepdad.
fuck that. That shit is
I was
spooky. Yeah, dude, Richie.
he did
Richie's
it.
the
He
only
was super
electrician I've
good at
ever
it.
known.
He's
Honestly.
super good at his job. He was always good at his job. People fucking loved him.
Yeah.
And like I've been on job sites with him. I've worked with him a bunch of times. I
Mhm.
can't do it. I refuse
You
to do
can
it.
find an insane amount of work as an electrician. I remember Richie would tell me these stories. It might have been where he started off as an electrician, his first gig. It was in a
Oops.
prison. He told me, or
Oh, what the
something like that,
fuck?
No, that
or
wasn't
he
the
spent
first.
time. He spent time in a prison, right? He spent a good
Yeah,
amount of time in one.
yeah,
But yeah,
because
bro, you can find work in
he
prisons.
he worked.
That's fucking crazy.
He taught people like he taught like prisoners
Yeah, how
like
to be
how to
electricians
fucking
and
do
shit,
it.
right?
Yeah,
That's
you know.
cool. Like you can literally find work even in places like that. I remember he told me he got like fucking like red, like he got tanned as fuck working in the
Oh
prison
yeah.
and some shit like that. I remember that story, but yeah, man, that's the interesting part. You as an electrician or plumber, you will literally find work anywhere.
Dude,
Prison.
he got permission to kill.
What?
That was that was
What if someone
insane.
fucked with him? If someone fucked with him?
No, if he saw like basically what he told him, I could be wrong.
Maybe he
I
was just
don't
trying to
quote me on this,
fucking mean
but
Troll
shit.
if
you.
he said uh, basically like if there's like somebody like a hitchhiker or whatever, like obviously like if you see a hitchhiker, you're not supposed to fucking shoot him, but like obviously if like there's a prisoner escaping and he's trying to attack you, shoot him dead if you have the chance. Because if you don't, then they have like, they can sue you. You can sue your
So
ass
wait, they
like
gave him a
crazy.
gun? They gave him a gun or what?
No, they didn't give him a gun. They just said,
If you have
if
a
you
gun.
have
Kill
the
him with your bare
opportunity, yeah.
hands.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be remembering that wrong. But that's
He could
how
be
I
trolling too
remember
at
it.
the end of the day. Again,
He
nothing
could
we
have
say
been
on this
trolling.
podcast is supposed to be taken as fact.
Yeah.
We're all just dumbasses
We'll eventually
spewing
put a
dumbass
set
Oh,
takes.
fucking
disclaimer.
Andre on fucking the 3M boys said he can shoot people dead. I'm gonna do it too. No,
I'ma do
don't.
it
Please
too.
don't.
Just start walking by a person.
Hey man, Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. That's all I'm gonna say.
So what's up, Andres? We never got
Me?
to
Oh,
what's up with
dude,
everybody.
I'm like so close. So I'm getting this application soon, and I'm about to be leaving Sherwin anytime soon. So
Oh shit, what are you gonna
I'm
try to
fucking,
do? Well, let's not.
I have no idea what it is, but it's basically like wire. It has something to do with like cutting wires or some shit. It's like a factory thing.
Nice.
The schedule's fucking good. Um, I don't have to work weekends, and it's
Nice.
just 7 to 3, and that's fine with me. And
Hell
I
yeah.
have like the
That's
rest
a
of the day
good
to
ass
myself.
schedule, bro.
Hell yeah,
That is
dude.
a
Dude,
good ass schedule.
I was like, bro, I can literally, and it's like super close to my apartment and my new apartment that I'm gonna be moving into in the end of June. So like,
Mm,
I could ride my bike there easily.
Nice, dude. Save money on
So
gas.
I'm like,
nice.
Fuck.
bro, exactly, save money on gas, people.
That's
And
so
I'm
good.
just like, dude, this is the dream. And like, it pays less, but like, my girlfriend was telling me because her sister and her mom work there. Just like, obviously, if you work there long enough and you do a good job, like within the year, you'll obviously getting paid as much as you did in Sherwin. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Fuck that then. Might as well just do that.
And you're gonna be saving money on other
Yeah,
stuff,
dude,
you know.
that sounds 100%
Oh
worth it.
yeah,
Yeah, you'll be saving
I'm.
money, you'll be living way easier and better, quality of life improving all around. That schedule is godlike. That's a godlike
Dude,
schedule, straight up.
Yeah,
That's a
and
good
you don't even
ass
have to worry
schedule,
about like sweating, like riding to your fucking job,
right?
because it's cold
Right?
up there and it's early. So
That's so good, man. That's
Yeah, and I
optimal.
don't have to fucking drive so far in the snow. Like if it starts snowing, like I can drive carefully and it's not far at all. I'll be fucking good.
nice, man.
That's
Good for you,
fucking
man.
juicy. Nice,
And
man.
so
Nice, nice.
that's it's super exciting. I do have a surprise happening uh in the next two podcasts because unless unless you want to do the if you guys want to record the podcast on Friday so I could show you guys.
You're cutting out a lot.
Yeah,
But
you're cutting
Friday I
out.
have an appointment with
You're
something.
starting to lag.
Oh,
We've heard everything you said, but it's getting really
okay.
choppy.
Well,
Maybe just turn off your camera if
basic.
anything.
Let me just turn it off then. Yeah, fuck it. But basically, I have a surprise that I'm gonna be doing something next week. If we record Friday, I could be able to show you guys. If not, then I'll have to show you after that. So the next two pods.
Nice.
Sounds good to me.
I'm fucking hyped. We can
Yeah, man,
start
it's
doing
gonna be
2 a week,
fucking
boys.
awesome.
I'm down.
2 a week.
Yeah, we
I'm
can
down.
pencil it
I'm
in.
down to
Especially
cancel
since
it.
you got a new schedule, Andres. Like at least the three of us, we can do 2 a week.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
done. I'm
I mean,
actually
I'll
down
have
for that.
to. Oh, we'll have to do it early. We'll
Yeah,
have to
I'm
start
down to
doing
do
it
it early.
earlier,
Yeah.
cause I'll have to
Hmm.
fall asleep before like 10 at least.
I do.
Hmm.
Trust me, I'm an old man. I go to bed early. This is whenever we pod is the latest I ever go to bed. Usually, I'm. Everybody in my house
Yeah,
is upstairs and in their room trying to go to bed by 9. My dogs go to bed 9 p.m.
Even your dogs have like the best schedule.
Yeah, bro. Fuck that. They go to bed at 9 p.m. I wake them up at like 6:30, 6:40, and then that's just their day. But I go to bed early, man. I'm an old man.
Yeah. That's a good schedule for the dogs because they actually go to sleep when they're actually tired and
Yeah.
not when they start waking up again after napping for like an hour before you go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
dude.
actually fucking
The
dope.
worst part about having cats. So I found out that cats can tell time pretty easily. So like the moment like, and they get really active when like, so if there's less light, they'll start freaking out. And then randomly if there starts getting more light, they'll freak out. They'll freak out too. So when the fucking sun sets to like when it's dark as hell, they'll be like running around, like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And they'll start like running around and like doing zoomies and fucking chasing each other. And they'll do that like as soon as like the sun rises.
On
Oh shit!
sunrise or
Fucking
sunset?
sunlight when the sun rises, like,
Oh.
What are they like? I
or
guess
like
they're
when they do
celebrating
it on
another
both,
day. If they can tell time well and they just fucking run around when those two specific times.
and
I
then
don't know.
they'll
It sounds kind of
fucking
weird.
they'll chase each other, and the other one pounces on in face. Cause I was sleeping on my girlfriend's side today. Oh, the other day, and he just like fucking pounced on me. I'm like, motherfucker, dude, go
You
to
guys,
bed.
do they have crates for cats? I'm sure they do,
Yeah, they
right?
do.
But like, where people
If it
does anyone in the world put their cat in a crate to go to bed? I'm sure some people
shouldn't.
do.
You definitely shouldn't.
Why not?
It's just they're as pretty as you're not supposed to, because they're supposed to be like free
Wait, what do you mean a crate? Like a baby crate or
animals.
something?
Like they
Like
do what they
like
gotta do whatever they gotta do.
you know they have like a dog's
But
crate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do they have those for cats?
Well, like a metal, like a little metal crate.
Yeah, where you have like their bed and stuff, and they go to bed.
Honestly, I've never heard of anyone putting
Me
their
neither.
cats
I'm
in
just asking
that.
out of curiosity because that would bother the fuck out of me if I get waking up by a cat jumping on my
It's
face.
kind of surprising me that I haven't seen that. I feel like I should have seen that by now.
Or
Kind of
something
weird.
to keep them away. I'm sure some people just have like a little fence or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always been a dog owner my whole life, never a cat owner. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I've never heard anybody locking up their cats before. I mean,
I know they're
like,
probably pretty active
like
at
my
night.
cats will. Yeah, they are. They're super active. It's annoying.
Yeah, so I was surprised that you said sunrise because I thought like cats were mostly nocturnal. So I feel like they would probably start getting their zoomies or some shit on
No,
sunset.
it's just like when it's something to do with light. When it's dark for a while and they get used to it and they start seeing the light, that's when they're like, oh shit,
Hmm.
and they'll freak out. And it's the same thing when the sun goes down, when it's like gets really dark, they're like, oh shit, there's no light.
Yeah.
They
Some
start freaking out
powerful
too.
instincts, I guess. I guess that's why they really
Yeah.
survived out there in the wild, like
Run!
being able to
Everyone's
really
panicking
tell
to
when
go
it's time.
somewhere. There's got to be some
Yeah.
fucking. There's got to be something to kill something somewhere around there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right. That's cool.
Thanks for
That's
the
good.
cat facts, Andres.
Yeah, man.
You're welcome. I
And
could be
cats
wrong,
are
but,
really
don't take
mystical
anything personally.
animals in this planet, man.
Yeah.
People have all kinds of crazy thoughts and ideas and conspiracies about cats and shit.
Oh yeah.
Cats
mean,
are something else,
We
man.
literally have giant statues of them, basically the Sphinx and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Humans are definitely fucking, obsessed with cats for a fucking reason. Like, there's
Yeah.
definitely something about
I
those
love
animals.
cats.
I guess just felines in general are fucking powerful creatures
They're
for
cool.
sure. They're cool creatures.
I know a tiger got like fucking loose the other day in Texas. I saw like a video about it on YouTube, but I don't remember if it fucking hurt anybody or something.
Dude, somebody ran over a bear by my town, like by my job. Somebody ran over a fucking bear, like a black bear.
That's
That's some
insane, bro.
Minnesota ass shit.
crazy.
Where you live? No, Michigan ass shit.
I live in Michigan. I'm in Minnesota.
One of them M states.
I
If
didn't
you're-
know there were bears here. I told my girlfriend about it. I would always ask my girlfriend like, am I gonna see a bear anytime soon? She's like, probably not.
Oh, you're
And
gonna
then
see a fucking
Yeah,
bear.
man, dude, what the hell?
She probably just forgot the last 4 times she saw a bear this year
Yeah.
because she's so used to it.
She's desensitized, dude. These like giant hairy.
This is a
Minnesota
Florida
dudes.
man seeing a fucking bear, bro. They're gonna remember this shit. That's an opponent on the fucking predator list, bro. On the pyramid
Oh,
scheme,
an
bro.
alligator we see.
That's an opponent, brother,
Casually.
for a Florida man.
Yeah, we're used to our
I-
fucking monsters to have scales, not hair on them.
we used to
We can't hear a word this man is saying.
fucking peacocks and chickens and cats and lizards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nah, man. I'm telling you, man. A Florida man sees a fucking apex predator for the first time, that shit gets locked in their fucking brains for life, bro. You're gonna know, because you're gonna envision yourself fighting that thing to the death.
I'm gonna envision myself getting bopped. Straight up.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, we 100% get bopped, but you still have to.
You can't
fucking
even kill
attack.
those things with like a pistol, really. You gotta shoot them a couple times.
Yeah, you gotta shoot.
You gotta shoot them a couple times. You're fucking dead before you can shoot that shit twice.
Bro, bears are fucking scary, man. I'm
I
honestly
fucking love
glad
bears.
I'm glad I've only ever seen alligators
Yeah,
instead of
fuck that.
fucking bears, bro. Alligators,
At
I
least-
know how to avoid them.
I can at least
you know,
jump on
I don't go
them.
to
You
the
know what I
water.
mean? So, almost,
Bro,
Yeah,
a
they teach you that
bear?
shit in school.
A bear can legit pull up to your crib in the middle of the night and just be like, "Yo, I want in," and he just breaks through the window
me your
and
goddamn
just starts
money.
eating from your kitchen. Like bears are fucking insane, dude. They're actually crazy
Yeah,
as
fuck
hell
that.
sometimes.
At least with
Dude,
an
I feel
alligator, I
all
feel like
that shit.
I could jump on it, you know, like Mario
Yeah,
style,
that's
just fucking doop, and just
Yeah.
jump on his back and run away
Yeah.
like Juker like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The problem with alligators is that they kind of like
Leapfrog his
they
ass.
catch you by surprise because they're stealthy
Yeah.
predators, right? That's the problem. You want to
They
believe
catch you
that
by
you see an
surprise if you're
alligator
dumb.
from 100 miles away, but yeah, the thing is that sometimes they walk on grass and shit, and they'll just walk instead of swimming around, and they're just so low profile to the ground that you just don't even register them coming sometimes, you
But
know?
if you're anywhere near where an alligator could be,
In Florida, that happens all the time. I was talking shit about like whether or not I'd see a predator. I'd rather be like an alligator over a fucking bear, but like Florida has had a lot of reports of alligators like showing up in people's
Oh yeah,
houses on their front porches and shit. And bathrooms even people flush their fucking alligators down toilets and shit.
Jesus.
I don't know. You can find one of them bitches anywhere.
I'm surprised they
dude,
haven't
that
like
shit's
let
insane.
us like start hunting them and shit. I know people that you can hunt the pythons in the Everglades because there are way too many of them now, and they're fucking with the natural balance of the ecosystem or some shit like that.
Python hunting.
Like they've been
I wonder
eat.
if you can eat them.
You probably can eat them. I mean, people eat anything, bro. I've eaten frog legs.
True. Yeah,
Like,
I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah, these things are straight up
I ate
eating
alligator.
fucking alligators at this point.
Yeah, but considering I've never heard of people eating pythons before, I'm gonna assume that tastes like shit.
It
I'm
probably
gonna
tastes
assume
really
that tastes
bad.
awful.
It probably tastes really
Yeah,
bad.
but it's like an actual giant lump of meat when
Oh
you
yeah,
think about it, right? It's just one big muscle.
yeah. Shit's fucking
Yeah.
nothing but meat, basically.
So I
I
wonder
mean,
why
you can use
it
this
tastes that way.
fucking skin for something, I guess.
What's the
With
fucking
bags.
freakiest animal you guys would be willing to eat?
Willing to eat? I don't know. That's a good question. Andres, you go first.
I don't fucking know. I don't think I would ever eat anything
Or I guess
freaky.
in that case, what's the grossest animal you or most controversial animal you've ever eaten? I know
Most
Roger's
contra.
eating some weird shit.
I've eaten all kinds of weird shit. I don't know. I've eaten rabbit. I've eaten duck. Some people find eating rabbit weird or eating duck weird, but that's not that weird to me, honestly. Especially when
I don't
you're
think
from.
duck
I've
is that
never eaten.
weird.
Duck
I don't
isn't
think
that.
duck is weird
Duck
either.
isn't that weird to like us because we're from. I guess.
It's just a very
Probably like high
oriental
Yeah,
thing.
quality
it's
chicken or something.
Oriental. I guess.
Yeah.
But
And I heard it tastes good. So
it's really good.
for some reason here we just let the ducks walk around and we don't
Bro,
just
every
kill
time
them.
I see a duck, I'm like, that could be dinner, like straight up.
Yeah,
And no
straight
one
up.
would know.
Yeah, every time.
No one would
No
know.
one would care because it's legal
My
to kill
ducks.
ducks here.
It is? You ain't gotta
Yeah,
tell me.
I'm
I'm
pretty sure
never
they
buying
made it
chicken
legal.
again.
You changed
There-
Roger's life.
I'm
There's
about to
there's
become
a
a duck
point.
hunter.
There's always a point where ducks become like pests. They
Yeah,
reach that point often because they're chilling here for whatever reason. We don't just hunt them and eat them,
because they're
and
cute.
they
They're adorable.
reproduce fast. They're cute. People want to feed them. They get away with a lot of shit, and they shit like crazy. They're
And
some
they're
of the fucking hardest shitters out of like any fucking bird you'll see here
and 9 out of 10
in
times
Florida.
a duck will be an asshole.
That's why they get called pests and shit because they just start shitting all over the place.
Yeah,
Just
they
waddling and shitting.
yeah. But they do make for a good tasty dinner, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I've eaten
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the weirdest thing I think I've probably eaten is like frog legs. Or I mean I've eaten shit like intestines and shit like that. I know people will find that weird too. But
Right. I honestly don't think I can't think of anything really
or
weird that
like
I've
blood
tried out.
sausage. I've had blood
I
sausage.
think the weirdest thing I've eaten was an alligator.
I've had alligator too.
I don't think I've ever eaten some weird animal like that, honestly.
You gotta go to the fucking Everglades just to try it. I mean, that's literally what I did.
Hmm.
I was like, I'm just gonna. Me and my parents, like back then, we just fucking said we want to try some weird shit. Went to the Everglades, ate alligator meat and frog legs.
Everglades has
Pretty
some
fucking
really
funny.
cool fucking areas to hang out in, bro. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Everglades is dope.
A lot of mosquitoes and shit over there.
Just really dangerous, yeah.
Yeah.
You will just die if you go there by yourself.
Fuck
Try
that.
to live there out on your own. Dude, I'd 100% rather live in a forest than like a fucking swamp like that, bro.
No, I was thinking about that the other day because I
Everglades
was watching
swamp?
a fucking
That shit is
documentary.
terrifying, dude. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck a swamp. Obviously, just honestly, just for me, just because it's fucking wet everywhere. Like I don't like being wet all the time.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah, you're way more likely to just die from disease out there.
Yeah, fuck that.
Disease, pests, or bacteria, or poison, or anything like that. You're way more likely to die of that shit in a fucking
The-
swamp where it's
the-
humid and hot and
Yeah.
mosquitoes 24/7. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
you're gonna get bopped,
You'll just
or
get
you're just
wrecked.
gonna get eaten by a fucking python in the water. That's it.
Exactly. You try to sleep and you just die because there's no comfortable places for a human to hide in a swamp, I think, right? Because the trees are more naked.
And
They're
they're
way
low
more
to the
naked.
ground, so they're usually like in the water.
Low. Yeah, they're in the water, low to the ground, a few leaves. Like in a forest, at least camouflage and hiding would be a much more practical thing
Yeah.
to do. But in the Everglades, bro, you were literally a sitting duck day or night, 24/7. You're just death.
Right.
You're just dead. And if something doesn't eat you, you'll die to pests and fucking bacteria and disease just straight up from the humidity and mosquitoes and shit.
Yep.
You don't fuck with the Everglades, man. We are swamp people, man. Swamp
Get off
people
the
are
swamp.
insane. Honestly.
Damn.
Maybe
You-
that's why. Like,
Get
Shrek's
out
why
on-
we're
of
crazy.
my
This is why we're
swamp.
crazy. We live amongst this shit.
We're not
bro.
crazy,
This is
man.
our
That's just propaganda. Straight up.
We're honest. It is propaganda. There's a reason why that's become like such a
Yeah. I don't-
powerful message. It's been circulating for a while. This
Hell
whole
yeah.
like shit on Florida thing. It's for a fucking reason, bro. If you live in Florida, you get why everyone hates Florida or wants to
'cause we
hate
don't give a
Florida.
fuck usually.
You fucking get
God
it,
damn,
bro.
Monty, turn on my camera.
People are fucking jealous as hell, bro. People wish they could
Yeah, we
fucking
live
live
in
here. Is what they
fucking-
fucking.
Dude, you know, fucking
The
Family
vacation
Guy,
state.
like Family Guy shits on Florida constantly.
Dude,
Like,
everyone
every
shits on
episode I
Florida.
watch, they just shit on it.
I was
like,
watching.
I get it.
I like been watching Philip DeFranco a lot, like for the news on YouTube. And there was like 3 episodes in a row where he was just shitting on Florida in like the dumbest way possible. I'm like, dude, I'm about to unsubscribe for your shit because you're just being a fucking dumbass at this point. Like, what's with the fucking hate? Like, you would love to hear you, bitch. And then just basically saying like everyone's is stupid, so it's Florida.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't 100%.
I think this
disagree.
culture of hating Florida was injected into the media straight up. I think there are many reasons why the government would try to make people fucking think Florida's gross and stupid and weird all the time. But
And the shit is, I'm not even care. I don't even care about that because stupid shit happens everywhere. The only reason why,
exactly, they just highlight it here for some
Yeah.
reason. It makes no sense.
I don't know, but I don't go.
We do have our fucking insanity down here. Do not get me wrong.
I mean,
we are
the
full
heat
of
makes
crazy.
people crazy. I mean, and we live in like a vacation state, or like those places. These type of places are usually kind of like that. But
Yeah.
either way, like it's not as bad as people say it is. Like they're just bitches, basically. That's whenever someone like complains about Florida or if like Florida people or anything, I'm like, you're just fucking.
Or they just jack off to those
You're
Florida.
a fucking
memes.
Weenie Hut Junior. That's what I'm gonna start saying. I'm gonna start saying Weenie Hut Junior. You belong in Weenie Hut
Brother.
motherfucking Junior.
Brother, before you shit on us, come down to Flanagan's. Let's have a beer. Let's have some
Bro.
wings.
Everybody loves some
I like-
Flanagan's.
Eat some Flanagan's with us. Everyone loves Flanagan's.
Bruh.
Everyone. I don't know a single person.
I
that hates-
haven't had Flanagan's in so long, but when I was like, it's probably like overrated. And then when I went back to Florida and I ate a burger and fries, I'm like, bro, this shit's good.
And
Literally
their wings,
anything
bro.
in
Their
Flanagan's.
wings, their nachos, their fish. Like,
Their
it's all
fries,
good as fuck, bro. And they have hella drinks and
their
a
barbecue
bar.
sauce,
Bruh, fuck that. They're dope.
and it's
They're,
affordable.
yeah, it's affordable.
It's nice and family friendly in there, for the
It's
most
cool
part.
vibe. It's a cool vibe inside, bro. Man, Flanagan's is really the fucking heart.
It's always
of
worth the
the
10-hour
restaurants.
wait. Always.
Yeah, man. Nah, bro. If you go, you go on like a Monday or Wednesday night. That's when I used to go for the Mexican
Oh, yeah,
Mondays
dude.
and Wing It Wednesdays, bro. You sit down instantly and you get a beast ass deal. But yeah, it's not on the weekends, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, Flanagan's is one of those treasure restaurants that we have down here. One of our treasures
Treasure
for
chain.
sure.
Because it's a chain.
Yeah, treasure
basically.
chains. Yeah, it's become a chain. Yeah, one of our treasure chains of Florida. I can't think of any other, honestly.
There's probably some others. I mean,
Anything by the fucking sandbar or the beach or the docks is probably exclusive.
I mean, we have honestly,
Florida.
like South Florida, there's a bunch of good food here, like really good food.
Wasn't there a place you told me about, like Big Pink or Bucket or something like that?
I don't know. I know there's a place probably called Big.
And they had
Pink.
like a bucket of fries. Yeah, Big
Yeah,
Pink.
I think it's Big Pink has like a bucket of fries. Their burgers are really good too. I'm not sure if they're even still open because that was a long time ago. But there's
Hella
a
long
bunch of
time
really good places to fucking eat here,
Yeah, man. We got some nice ass places for sure to visit.
and that's
In
why
terms of
everybody
food.
motherfucking jelly because y'all hungry
Everyone's
over
jealous
there.
as fuck.
You hear me? Hungry.
Everyone wants a little
We
taste
eating
of
good. My
freedom.
tummy
a little
hurt.
taste of
I'm eating so
America.
good. My tummy hurt.
This is one of the last few places you'll get to experience America
Go eat your vegan
for
shit.
like
Fuck yeah.
in the long run. That's why people are shitting on
Wow,
us,
we
bro,
sound like
'cause they know it.
fucking Republican rednecks right now.
I mean, we're living in a Republican state, bro. This is literally a Republican state.
Oh shit.
We have rednecks up the ass and Republicans up the ass. That's just reality.
Okay.
Literally every other fucking old Cuban or literally anything else down here that I've met has been a fucking redneck to some degree or some fucking campero, some fucking farmer. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, man.
go to fucking Jacksonville. That
Jacksonville's
fucking
boring.
gas station we went to when we went to Jacksonville, I was like, dude, this is the most fucking heroin ass rednecky fucking place I've ever been to in my entire life. And I live in
Yeah,
Michigan.
man.
Holy shit.
We got a real
Yeah.
hippie old
The
problem out
crazy
here.
part is where we live, it's hardly even that rednecky, although we have hella rednecks, bro. Up north, Jacksonville area, all that shit, Orlando even, that's some redneck fucking territory, man. And
Dude,
that's not even the
what I
deep
have
woods.
here is just like pompous, like, or what I work is just like those like pompous like white people that are like, oh, we go to Florida every summer. I'm like, bruh, shut up.
We have a
Like they
summer home.
fucking like, we have a
Yeah,
summer
bro,
home in
the summer home
Florida.
types.
Just
That
like,
might be the
bro.
move though. Like if I'm ever like fucking well enough to live in some other nice state, away from all
Mhm.
the crazies. As much as I love
Where,
Florida,
where would you go?
I don't know. I honestly don't
I
know. There's
definitely wouldn't
there.
go to
I
New
don't know
York. I'll tell you
where.
that.
No, hell no. I don't know where to go nowadays because the fucking
I would
whole
never go
country
to
is
New York.
fucked. To be honest, I'm
Honestly,
staying
the
right
only
here in
place
Florida.
I could,
I
the only
think
place I would go to right now is probably
yeah,
Texas.
Texas is the only thing I would think of. But
I'd
Dude,
go
I
nowhere else.
always think of like, oh, I could probably go to Colorado, but dude, there's been so many shootings in Colorado recently. I'm like, bro, what the fuck's going on?
nah, fuck that. I know Texas is like really nice and real estate apparently pretty cheap over there for like good land. Good amount of
Wisconsin. I haven't heard any complaints about Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
If it weren't for that fucking crazy bitch governor that Andres has, I'd consider going to Michigan as well.
Bro,
But
she's gone. She's gonna be gone. Like,
if she's in office, I can't go there ever. And not
dude,
like
she'll trust
whatever.
me, she'll
She's
be
an
gone.
actual
Like
psychopath.
everybody fucking hates her. She's gonna be gone.
Double
Yeah,
A
fuck that.
batteries reunite in
There's no
Michigan.
way that people are gonna let her stay any longer. Everyone hates her here.
Yeah,
I don't know how she's even still there, man. I mean, people literally tried to attempt a fucking coup to kill her. That's how much people hate
Jesus
Yeah,
her.
they
Christ.
tried
It's
like twice.
yeah, it's like, bro,
It's
that
insane.
bitch honestly has to go. She's a little fucking power hungry tyrant freak, is what she is, bro. Little psychopath.
She'll be gone. She'll be
Just
gone
like
soon.
half of people that are fucking in the business of power. Man, I always found that shit like such a weird dilemma. Like, acquiring power or like political status, I feel like automatically, like in my head, I was like thinking about this a lot. I'm like, man, anyone that desires like that type of status or like power over people, it's so hard to not assume they're just a bad person automatically.
You think?
Like, I feel like the desire for power in most capacities is just inherently like weird and evil.
All right. Here I'm gonna argue the other side.
It's
Ready?
weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's a
But
weird
do you
concept.
think
But
that they always
Bro,
like, for
I'd be the
example, like
best fucking
politicians
governor
and
of the world.
governors, they always do it for power, or do you think some people actually like
no,
want to?
that's the discrepancy. But
Yeah,
anyone who desires power, I feel like that trait, the desire for power, is an inherently evil trait. However you look at it.
I think
Yeah.
I think what usually
Why
happens
do
is
you
a
want?
good guy
Why do
goes
you
in
want
there
power?
and they give him some power, and then he's like, "Ooh, this is nice," and then they.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like even people that are just trying to taste power to see what it is, they fall into the trap like so easily. But like I've always thought about that for a while, like back then, and I guess like politicians are the main people you think of, I guess when regarding this. But like, isn't the desire for power just like very unlikely to not just straight up be a fucking evil trait?
Yeah, I mean,
It's just
Oh, you're
evil,
right.
isn't it?
I agree with you. I think it's an evil trait to have.
power literally
Like,
means. Let's see what the definition of power is, because I'm pretty sure it just means having
swagger.
control over something else that is not you,
Strength
right?
over something else. Strength or control, I'm assuming, but
Yeah.
mainly strength.
Let's see. It's an
Over.
interesting conversation we have stumbled upon. The ability to do something or act in a particular way, especially as a faculty or quality. I don't think that's very good. I guess that is pretty good definition of power, right? The ability to do whatever the fuck you want, basically.
Let me see.
The capacity or ability to direct, influence the behavior of others or the course of events. That's another definition for power. I think that's more what we
There's
were
too
talking
many
about.
definitions for power. That's
Yeah.
why people look at this. It's a very interesting term because power can mean authority or influence or control over another, right? Where you just have the overwhelming strength to enforce your will. That's like a possible definition of power, right? That's power over someone. Or there's the power which is like, I guess the positive way to look at it, it's like liberating, where having a certain level of power means you're free and no one can tell you what to do, right?
Yeah.
And that's, if you look at it like that, it's definitely
It's positive.
it's a positive way to look at it, but at the end of the day, to gain that power, you have to overcome evil that is already powerful, right? And most of the time, as we've seen in like the fucking real world, to defeat evil, you have to have a taste of evil
Yeah.
most of the time.
You gotta fight
It's
fire with
never
fire.
it's never as simple as just overcoming the enemy without at least somewhat understanding the enemy, because if you don't understand the enemy, you can never truly defeat it. You know what I mean? So like it's the whole example of yin and yang, right? Where there's some good, there's always evil, and vice versa.
Yeah, it's true.
It's
That's why it's
unavoidable.
got the little, little part of each one of them.
It's unavoidable. So the desire for power in one way or another, it's gonna lead you to evil. It is like power in itself to have authority and control over anything else is, it's a fucked up thing. It's a weird thing. I don't know. It's hard, man. This is like a really weird concept
I think,
because there are, everyone wants to believe that they're wielding power for good, right?
yeah.
But at the end of the day, what's good for you isn't always good for someone else, etc.
And
All
also,
that
what
shit.
is good? Like,
And what is good? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Then we get it. Now we're just getting into
What is
way deep
love?
now we
philosophical
really sound like we're
debate
high.
type talks, but
Don't
yeah,
hurt me.
it's weird, man.
No.
I feel like that's why I don't think it's always true, but the second I see anyone who's like hungry for power, I'm obviously gonna give them like, and I'm gonna have a negative view or perspective of them as my default view, as the way I would approach anyone who's like power hungry. So
Yeah. I mean, it's weird. I think we're like, I don't know. I'm not sure if this is true. Obviously, I don't know shit about shit. Don't quote me. Um, I think humans are probably like the only beings that kind of fucking use power in the second definition where you make other things act on your will, basically, right? What other thing
no.
that lives?
Alphas and packs
I
do
guess,
that.
yeah, alphas and packs. That's true. You're right.
That's just how nature works half the
Yeah.
time, bro. It's about exerting your power over others
But
to
that's just for
survive. They call
yeah,
it
survival.
survival of the fittest.
Yeah. That's
So
weird how that works, though, but
that's just how it is, man. That's just world. That's just how the world works. Power is like what lubricates all the gears in this fucking world, right? And we are ended by power, and we live through gaining power in a lot of situations. So
yep. Yep.
that's nature, man. That's how the world works. I remember seeing that. That reminds me of that scene of Attack on Titan where Mikasa, you guys remember, first witnessed what the real world is really like. She was always like an innocent little girl, and then
Oh, and her
Oh,
fucking brain
yeah.
goes Super Saiyan.
yeah, no, and then one day her
That
father
was
comes
cool.
home. Yeah, it was in that scene. Her father comes home while holding a dead duck, right? And she's like, "Oh shit!" Like it kind of clicked with her there, and she looked into the bush to like look away because she didn't want to see the reality of the world. Like your father's bringing home dinner, but it was your father fucking strangling something to death, right? Like it's literally he literally fucking murdered it just so you can enjoy your dinner for one night. Like that impacted her, and then when she tried to look away from it to like ignore it, she looked in the bush, and what she saw was a praying mantis eating a butterfly,
Oh, yeah, I
right?
remember now.
And she looked as a little girl in the fucking bushes, and she's like, wherever I look, there's this. That was kind of like the message that they were sending. Wherever I look, there is this
This is just life.
reality. It's life. Like it's actually eat or be eaten
Yep.
in a lot of cases. And I don't know. Attack on Titan did a really good demonstration of that reality that we have to face
I mean, it's a
all
true
the time.
reality. I actually saw a video the other day about I don't know if you guys heard about that situation with some famous YouTuber where her dog apparently like attacked the kid or something, and they had to put it down or something along those lines.
I saw a thumbnail of that, but I never watched anything about it.
So basically, apparently like they got like this bull terrier, the one like the target dog. I'm not sure if that's the name of the
Yeah,
dog.
yeah, yeah. That's a bull terrier.
Obviously,
Yeah.
like most people who know about dogs know they're active, like
Mhm.
high energy. Like those dogs need like attention and work basically because they're, you know, energetic, known to be like aggressive by nature and have like
Aggressive,
a
yeah.
and have like it's just their
You gotta know how to raise something like anything with bull in its name. You gotta know how to fucking raise it.
yeah,
All right.
man. They got like prey drive basically. Like that's just in their nature. They want to hunt and like eat
Kill. Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
So these people get this dog, not knowing shit about the dog apparently, and the dog is a fucking mess basically. So they have to eventually put it down, and people were like, and it was still a young dog. They literally just put it down, and it was like a very young dog apparently, and people were giving them shit because obviously they just killed the dog without even like trying to like train it. Basically, was what people were saying, like, you're not even trying to train the dog. How are you so irresponsible that you don't do your research, kind of thing? You know, like you're supposed to know these things and not just put a fucking like give up on the dog, like, oh, we fucked up here, let's kill it and try again, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
That's like
Yeah.
what
That's
it's like cancel culture. That's like cancel culture
Exactly.
and our modern culture where we just if something doesn't work,
Kill it
don't
and try
bother
it again.
fixing it, don't bother caring about it, just discard it, try all over.
That's a good
That's,
analogy. That's not even what I was getting at, but that's a really good
I'm just
analogy.
saying that's like a common thing, a more and more common thing in society today, as we disconnect, right? We
We
become like
unplug.
less connected in person and stuff like that, and we spend all our time on this cruel internet, right? Or cruel, more and more online industrialized society. You know, people do lose that humanity, and I think it's
What if
I
we
think
turn
that's an
into the
example.
AI? You know how
That's just an
everybody's
example of human
afraid?
nature.
Yeah,
It's human nature. It's fucked up.
it's fucked up as fuck. But yeah, anyways, that's not even what I was getting to. So basically, people were criticizing the people about that dog. So I saw this video about a vegan like reacting to the whole situation. Apparently, he's saying like, oh, all the people reacting to the dog being killed without like good reason. That's like the same things that vegans feel every day when you eat like an egg or a piece of chicken. Like, and she was like, I know all those people that's like, oh, as long as the egg is cage free and the chicken had a good life, I'm okay with eating it. And
Yeah.
her
That's how I feel about it. I actually feel bad about like the severe torture of some of the animals I'm eating. Like if if there were a way around that, I'd be all for it, but I'd never become a fucking vegan.
yeah, but her thing was like, oh, for all the people that say that, like, how are you upset about this situation, about the dog situation? Obviously, I think it's a hyperbole. Like, I think she was exaggerating. I don't think it's the same at all. But
Yeah, very
it's
exaggerated.
she was basically saying like, oh, the only reason why people are more upset about this and not like regular like the meat industry and whatnot is because it's a dog and it's an animal we all basically accepted not to eat. But it's all the same for us vegans, like all these other animals that we have to see people eat every day. I was thinking like, I don't know, like we gotta eat animals. Like, I get it. I don't want animals to die either, but like we gotta eat them. And there's some that
Yeah.
we just like to eat more than
And
others.
basically people like that is the weird thing that these people do, people that complain or insert themselves into situations to complain about things. Isn't that just an such an artificial way to look at life? You're basically saying I choose to be a vegan, so now everyone who doesn't do vegan things is going to offend me and go against my way of life. Although she chose to be a vegan, right? There's like this like level of sympathy that's automatically not going to be there. People that choose to put themselves in that fucking situation or for whatever reason, most vegans choose to be vegan, right? It's not something
Yeah,
that
and I'm not
is
mad at
easily
vegans. Like
avoided, right?
vegans do
I'm
whatever
not
shit,
mad at it either.
and
I
kudos
just
to
think
you.
something about that is so fucking fake and so
And
like
it's just weird. Like, what do you expect? People never to eat
dishonest.
animals. Like,
Yeah.
whole thing was like, oh, that's why you should be a vegan, so that we don't have to kill any animals at all. Period. Like, animals are never gonna die, so you're just gonna stop fucking like lions and shit from eating
No,
meat.
that is just absurd. That's just absurd.
I've seen people
But I
try to
mean,
put their
I
cats
I
on
get the
vegan
sentiment.
diets.
Like I do feel bad about the conditions these animals go through. But I'm still gonna fucking eat them, you
Yeah,
know.
man. What are we
But if
supposed to
there
do?
were a better way, I wish there were. I really
I'll,
do. But I'm gonna keep fucking eating them bitches. I don't give a
Eventually,
shit.
hopefully, like one day, my dream is to like have a little, a nice house where with good outside area. I can have my little fucking chicken coop, a motherfucking goat or two, maybe a pig, a cow.
Oink.
You gotta go back to the roots and just grow your own shit, boys. Unlimited eggs, chicken coop one. That means unlimited chicken.
And the other issue I have with that line of thinking is that what these people that like insert themselves into a situation, they try to make you feel bad for completely normal
Yeah,
things.
exactly.
Like
That was my issue too.
why should I feel bad about the fact that I actually, yes, I would get annoyed if you killed a fucking dog over if you killed a chicken. Why should I feel bad about that?
Yeah,
Dogs are fucking cute as shit. Awesome companions. They're called man's best friend for a fucking reason. No, I'm not gonna feel stupid when you tell me that I should care more about one
exactly. How are
situation
we
than the other
comparing
for
a
this
fucking
whatever
dog to a
reason, or that I
chicken?
should treat it equally. No, I'm not gonna consider a fucking dog equal to a chicken, bitch, because that's how much I love dogs. Dogs are fucking dope. That's all there is to it, bitch. I don't give a fucking shit about a chicken. Why do these people try to make you feel the way they want you to feel so badly?
Cause
That's the
they,
problem with
cause,
these motherfuckers,
cause
man.
they want
They
to change
really
the
try to
world,
shame
man.
you for just normal human emotions. It's like, no, who the fuck in this planet would look at a chicken dying and look at a dog dying and feel the same about both? A fucking sociopath. You vegans are so fucking insane.
Yo,
Like,
whoa.
actually, you want people to be sociopaths just to like prove points and shit.
Well,
You guys are fucking weird. All those fucking vegans that go around shaming people and shit, or anyone who inserts themselves into any situation or to any label just to be able to exert that fucking will of like shaming other people. Y'all are fucking weirdos, man. I'm gonna just say it like it is. You guys are fucking weird. Anyone who lives a life like that, you guys are all fucking weird ass, weirdo ass motherfuckers. That's the only way to describe you guys. Y'all are weird as shit, and not cool. Definitely not cool at all. Y'all
definitely
are
not
fucking weird.
cool.
Not
Comment
cool
down
like
below
me.
every vegan.
Yeah. Not specifically vegans, but people that fucking do that shit all day,
Nah, I'm just
It's so
fucking.
fucking weird, man.
It is
Fuck
weird.
off, all
It is
of you.
weird. It's fucking weird as fuck. I
All
don't
of
know
you
how we got
motherfuckers.
into
I
conversation.
love seeing the vegans like there was a video of this guy who like flipped the fuck out because his mom bought him an actual like meat pizza and not like a vegan pizza. And like you see him like tearing up the box and throwing shit and just freaking out. I'm
Oh
like,
fuck.
holy shit, you just took one bite,
Jesus
relax.
Christ, bro.
Yeah.
The pizza was already made. Oh wait, so he took
Like
a bite.
he took a bite, yeah.
I mean, I can
And
kind of
he
see
just
it, but
like
like at the same time, like, dude, it's a fucking
if
pizza.
I was me, I'd be like, ugh, gross. And I'm just like, mom, what the fuck? You got me the wrong pizza. I
But
wouldn't
nah,
just
dude, he
fucking
fucked with his
slam the
moles.
fucking table, throw the fucking pizza all over my room for no reason.
Hey man, you don't have the fucking determination he has to save the
Yeah, I
planet.
guess you're right. You're right.
What are you gonna do, man?
Well,
Man, now that I
off.
think about it, I watched a fucking movie last night. Well,
What you watch?
it was a scary movie. I forgot the fucking name of it, but it was basically this fucking. It wasn't the best movie ever, but it was a horror movie with it's that blonde girl with like really big eyes.
I think I know what you're talking about.
You probably know. It's like on Netflix now.
Yeah, is it like one of the top ones that they recommend?
Yeah, one of the top horror movies they recommend. I just
And it's
decided
like
to
a
watch
blue
it.
coverish. It's like a blue tint on the cover, kind of.
Yeah, yeah, hold up. I got this. I got this. I got
Yeah, we
this.
can just go on Netflix and just fucking look at this
Yeah,
shit.
I have Netflix on my phone.
Probably find it. Probably.
I think I know what you're talking about, though.
Fuck.
Give us time. This is a brief
Brief
searching for.
intermission. I'll edit this out.
Alright,
How do I
so
check I recently watched?
I don't know, man. I don't have Netflix on my phone. What were we talking about before? Vegans?
Vegans.
Yeah,
Oh.
vegans. That's basically my point. Whatever. This movie is basically a horror movie about a cult, right? Well, basically the family, they move into a house that's like haunted as shit, where parents were basically dying for whatever reason,
Okay.
and they had no idea that they were moving into something like that. And basically this neighborhood that they live in is just a big ass cult. And the second that these people move in, this entire neighborhood moves in unison to basically get the family to act how they want and to divide them and to basically make them hate each
What the
other.
fuck?
Like they put in lies in each other's mouths, words in each other's mouths, and just like find ways to ruin their lives and make them like as separate and as miserable as possible. And basically use that. That's what cults do. Is a lot of the power they gain is from destroying your
Yeah.
life. So they keep you weak and fragile, so that they can
Yeah, so you
make you
depend on them.
submit to their will, basically by shaming you, angering you, filling you with confusion, stuff like that. Those are like cult tactics. They literally drag people in by just destroying them mentally or whatever, or just shaming them and stuff like that. So that's basically what happened. They basically bait this fucking family that moved in to get themselves killed, essentially, so they can exert their cult will with their gods or whatever. It was a really fucking weird ass show. But dude, I think of that shit with people that do that type of shit like the vegans do, or the people that insert themselves in to just start shaming other people to like either you're with us or you're against us. It is basically you guys are all in a fucking cult. All of you people that do this shit all day long, like literally, that do this shit all day long, y'all are cultists. You guys know that, right? Like, there's no fucking other way to describe people that just like shame and shit on other people all fucking day long so that they can get you to think like them. That's just a fucking big ass cult,
But
you know?
but in their heads, they're in
Literally
the
a
red cult, dude.
basic
They're in the cult that's
common
gonna save the
tactic.
world.
Yeah, it's a basic common strategy that cults do to fucking weaken people to join them and shit like that, right? It's basic, it's standard. You are a part of a cult, you motherfuckers. It's just on the internet. It's one that you don't understand yet, you know? And that's the problem with most victims of cults is that they never even realize that they've entered a cult or that they've, are living basically like a cult wants them to. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, man, it's fucking nuts. I haven't seen the movie though. I have to check it out. Is it good? Like, is it actually like a worth watch?
It was really fucking confusing. That's the best way to describe it. I was really high though when I was watching it.
Oh.
So, like really high.
Good to know. Good to
Like
know.
insanely high. So, I'm trying to see my most recently watched, but I can't find this. So, I don't know.
What
I
else
have
we got?
I have a change of subject question.
Swap it
Go
up,
ahead.
Andres.
All right, so obviously we believe in aliens here.
Yes,
Aliens are
Pretty
real.
obvious.
I'm an alien. Beep, boop, ba,
Do you
boop.
guys believe in fucking ghosts?
Um,
I have a lot of weird feelings about
Yeah.
those, but I can believe
Here's
in
the
the
thing.
version.
Here's the thing. What I think of, like ghosts and aliens. I'm like, okay,
alien ghosts.
one of them has to be real, but I figured it'd be really weird if both of them were real.
Both of them are
Like
real.
ghosts and aliens. That'd be fucking. I'd be like, I'd be tit scared, dude. Like aliens
So,
and ghosts.
Why? What do you think that
Ghost
would be
aliens?
much more weird? I don't know. If aliens exist, like at that point, like
Yeah, for me,
all
it's
bets
kind
are
of like
off.
a threshold. Once there's a certain level of bullshit that has been passed, nothing will surprise me anymore.
exactly.
I
Dude.
just need to know that this reality that we're living in right now, this one is bullshit, and then I know that nothing will ever surprise me from then on out. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, dude. I don't think aliens will be where I draw the line. So,
Nah, bro. If one exists, I wouldn't be surprised if the other does too.
yeah, I'm waiting for
I'd
fucking
just
Frasier to
I'd
come.
just be really fucking like. I'd just like. I'm like, holy shit, fucking demons and
It's
demons
overwhelming.
and ghosts.
Yeah.
Like, do you think like let's say like aliens come here now and we come like, oh, do you guys have like demons and shit? And be like, oh yeah, we have demons all the time. Like,
But what if
or, like they're
aliens
like, no, demons
found
is
out a
just
way
like an
to?
Earth concept. Like,
That's
demons
the.
only exist on Earth.
I guess the way I would look at that in the long run is like that sort of balance that we've always had, even ourselves, between science and religion. You
Yeah.
know, I guess that just mean it's just on a bigger scale, right? Where aliens who dominate the world by with science and logic and research and evolution are no matter what they do, they'll always be plagued with demons. No matter what they do, they're all the fucking religious, I guess you could say, or spiritual side is always gonna be there to fuck with you, no matter how advanced you get.
Yeah, I feel like they'll still have some sort of fucking spiritual leaders or some sort. You know what I mean?
I
They'll
can
probably
only
just
imagine like
they'll probably
an
know more
alien
about
would
it than
come here
us.
tell you like, oh, yeah, it's like demons only exist on Earth or whatever. That'd freak me the fuck. I'd be like,
What if we're the
what?
demons? I mean, we do live
Wait,
in
what?
Florida.
That's true.
You
Well,
know what's
yeah.
interesting? What would you think if aliens, like if an advanced alien race, told you that they're struggling with ghosts just the same as we are? Like we hear about
But
them all the
do we
time.
really struggle with ghosts though?
Literally in the exact same way. They hear about them all the time. You know, they talk
Have
about
ghost
them,
hunter
their
shows.
folklore. But even with their technology, they still can't capture proof that ghosts are real.
Nah,
Imagine that. Imagine if they're literally just going through the same shit we
they're
are.
not. I
And that's
mean,
the eternal balance that we'll have is that we'll never
fucking
understand.
That'd be fucking fucked. I'd be like, what the fuck? I'd be okay with that. I'd be like, oh, okay.
No matter how
Like,
advanced we get, we'll never capture proof that this shit is real. Like straight up, imagine that shit. That'd be a funny way to balance like science out. That we'll never be smart enough for like this one thing. You know, that's
we
interesting.
can fucking
That'd be
travel through
hilarious.
time and space, but we can't catch ghosts. And fucking Luigi does it with a vacuum.
Time travel and shit. And we
yeah, but
still
that's a
can't
fucking,
catch ghosts.
it's a fucking video game character, right?
Well, how are we not
It makes
sure
sense.
we're not video game characters? Have you guys seen the new GTA 6 fucking
Dude,
teasers?
every
Oh,
single
no, I
bro.
haven't.
Roger, I'm so glad you mentioned this. The other day I was watching Greek God X. I put Roger onto Greek God X a while ago during the
Great
fucking
streamer.
Modern Warfare, what's it called? The
Hype train, I guess.
Battle Royale game that came out that you guys played all the time.
Yeah, show was
From
sick.
Modern Warfare. Yeah, he was playing that shit, but dude, this motherfucker started playing a dinosaur simulator, Roger.
Oh shit!
Roger.
I had
This
to
thing
watch
has
that.
been out for a while. But Roger, I'm literally talking about a game where you spawn as a certain dinosaur, right? And you literally just have to survive however you can, right? You literally just have to survive however you can, and you have to grow big and strong. Like you have to eat and grow. And then when you're your peak size is when you can fuck with other like dinosaurs the best. It's your best odds of being strong enough to fight, right? It's like a literally dog eat dog world where you have to survive long enough to become big enough to eat other things, or you just get one shot. But bro, this just showed me humans, literally a pack of humans, because you survive by getting in a pack most of the time. Most of the time, you need to find allies of your own species, right?
Okay.
And work together to take down other packs that have grown too strong and shit like that. It's like an eternal balance of who's strongest, literally. An eternal fucking balance that whenever someone's too strong, different races and like different species will group together to fucking take them down and shit. And it's just an eternal struggle. So I'm watching a streamer play a virtually simulated survival dinosaur game where everyone is literally acting the way you would naturally to become the top of the food chain, right? Or the way that we see it. And I'm just like, wait,
What
this
if
is a
that's
simulation
Yeah,
of
bruh.
dinosaurs surviving.
Yep.
Just how different is this really than dinosaurs surviving on our planet? Like, obviously, it's going to be insanely different, but to think that with our technology,
Mhm.
we're creating realms where we can visualize dinosaurs surviving in the wild and honestly not doing a really bad depiction of it for like a few programmers. Like that shit just makes me believe more and more in the fucking simulation theory every day.
Yeah, dude.
With our
What if
technology,
Greek
we
God
can
is
almost
actually
simulate
playing a dinosaur from the past?
exactly. And we would never know. Like, what if simulation technology in the future makes things feel real, right? For the simulation itself. Like, that's not a fucking insane
Like being a ghost.
concept for that type of technology. Yeah. So I'm just like, man, I'm watching a streamer simulate a dinosaur age with other people surviving the best they can, and it looks good. It literally looks like
There's someone simulating as us right now, trying to fucking live
It
an
makes
everyday
me
life
trip.
in Florida, trying to
Yeah, it
survive
makes
in
me
Bro,
trip
Florida.
balls.
whoever's simulating me needs to get a fucking life or a job, because what the fuck are you doing with me?
Hey man, you're doing great. You about to get a new job. You're moving to a new place.
Took
You're
a
playing
while.
Sims, bro.
Yeah,
You're
dude,
playing
they're doing a
Sims.
pretty good job
Dude,
with us up there.
you know what the craziest thing is? I was watching that Invincible show, and the whole catch is that like Omni-Man, he's basically like a super species that can like live
Wow,
forever.
spoilers.
I don't give a fuck. He's literally just Superman. He can live forever. He's literally just Superman. He can live for like insane amounts of years.
10.
Fuck, wait, what was my fucking train of thought? I already fucking forgot. Oh yeah, someone like Omni-Man who could live for like insane amounts of years. Like imagine an insane future alien civilization, they live so long that their lives kind of lose meaning, in a way. So they just do these simulations all the time just to kill their time. Like 17 years to one of these like futuristic alien races could be a billionth of a second to some of these people. Like it's meaningless. 17 years or 100 years in some of these beings' time, right? All those years mean jack shit to them because they live so much longer than we do that they just fucking simulate us for fun in their fucking spare time because they have no meaning of time anymore. They're just like, fuck it, why wouldn't we just pretend to be a fucking human being for 100 years?
I mean, that's
Why the fuck
apparently
not?
what we're starting to do with our spare time, simulate other shit. So
Exactly. So
and we're going in that direction too. I mean, that Oculus Rift shit got me. When I get my fucking bread right, I'm gonna buy one.
straight up. Straight up. Everyone just wants to simulate other things. I guess intelligent life just wants to learn at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
maybe that would be the natural outcome, is that we just end up in a fucking endless loop of learning.
of learning
And
about everything that is to everything that we have made up in our minds because there's no nothing or meaning.
yeah. And that's what evolution is just learning every possible outcome for an intelligent life form until there's nothing left to learn.
Yeah.
Damn. Can something like that even exist? I wonder.
There you go, Andres. That's what we think about aliens and ghosts being real.
Bro, I don't. I feel I'll be fucked if I find like if alien. I'd be okay if aliens would just come up to me and be like, yeah, I don't fucking know what to tell you, dude, about ghosts. I'm like,
Straight
like
up.
or like they'll tell me like, oh, because I'd be like even more confused if they're like, no, they're only like an Earth thing, like ghosts and demons, and I'd be like, holy shit, like what kind of magic is summoning demons or creating them? I'd be
For real.
like, fucking, I think that my mind would melt at that point. I don't know. I just, I feel like if aliens are real, I really hope ghosts aren't. Cause that would just put me in a loophole where like I'm constantly like thinking about like, okay, how did this work? How does that work? And be like, I might as well just blow my brains out.
Yo. Don't worry, man. I'm sure the aliens will have the answers to ghosts, and that we won't be the only ones dealing with them. Not that we deal with them on a daily basis. When was the last time we dealt with a ghost, Andres? You seem very stressed out about this situation.
I've been watching ghost shows,
Stop watching
and like
that
I
shit.
don't, I personally don't believe in ghosts.
So you're trying to get yourself to believe,
No, I'm just saying.
or you
like,
just watch it for
what
the
if-
memes?
I watch it for the memes,
I feel you.
and it's funny. A lot of it's really fucking hilarious because they're like, oh, dude, I see like 4 fingers, and
Yeah.
to me it looks like light. It looks like a light. I'm like,
Yeah, they literally
dude, that
pull
looks like a light.
like something out of nothing every single time. My girlfriend and her parents actually watch those sometimes, so I've seen it at their house, like ghost hunters and shit.
My favorite one is BuzzFeed Unsolved Mysteries because it's hilarious. Because it's like
I've watched
there's a
almost
guy
all of those. They're
yeah,
pretty good.
dude, there's one guy that believes in ghosts and the other one who doesn't, and it's hilarious.
That's funny.
Just so
Yeah.
fucking funny. Having one guy like not believe in all of it and he's in the show, and one guy who's like terrified like in the show too. It's just like a couple of kooky characters in the show, and I enjoy it. And I don't know, I don't really believe in ghosts.
I don't know if I
I've never
believe in
had,
ghosts.
like-
I believe in like spirits and shit, I guess, but I don't know if I believe in like the traditional ghosts where they just ooh. I mean, like,
I don't know.
I feel like if I
do
was a
think-
spirit, I
I
had
do
way better
think
things to do.
aliens could be real.
I think they
More
are.
on the alien side.
We keep seeing more and more evidence of aliens like every day.
Yeah.
You know that, right? Like it just keeps coming out.
They're
Yeah.
they're just waiting for
army
us to fucking
police
be
and
like,
shit.
you know what, we don't give a fuck if the aliens are real, and then they're gonna be like, you know what, aliens are real. They might be visiting us tomorrow, and then we're just gonna.
And they're gonna tell us straight up,
Yeah.
bro, that the world is nothing that we think about. That we
Yeah,
think
and then
it
we're
is,
just
and
gonna
just
go-
aliens are gonna come in.
I think for us to like actually see an alien, I feel like it's gonna be a while for us.
Yeah, we'll probably be
but
like
I
in our
think we will.
70s.
I think we will see it eventually. Obviously, like we're gonna definitely see one, but
Mm.
it's just I feel like I'll be like 80 years old, be like, oh, an alien.
If we're that
Finally.
lucky.
That's why we
And it
gotta
doesn't
stay
take
healthy so
longer.
that we fucking survive that long, unless we go into
I'm
fucking
80
World
years
War
old.
Time
I'm
by
super
then.
buff. Like time to kick some fucking alien ass.
Yeah, dude, you gotta defend the Earth.
Dude, the more I think about the fact that there are possibly some aliens out there, some species that can live billions of years, the more possible that
Be like, yo,
exists,
hook it up.
then what would it mean? Like, then what are the odds that anything we're doing means anything? Like, what if we really are just a part of some farm or some project
I've been
that they're
telling you we've
fucking
been getting
working on,
farmed, man.
and we just live 100 years when they live like a gigabillion years, and then like literally that's all we are, just little fucking farm animals that
I'd be
live
like,
for
yo,
like
let me
a tiny
live
fraction
forever.
of time.
Yep.
That's it. And that could literally be reality for us, and we would never know it.
I'm
We'd
pretty
just
sure
die.
that's. I'm pretty sure if that's not like if aliens aren't farming us, something's farming us. If it's AI or they say that wheat is farming us because ever since we started growing wheat, there's now way more wheat than there are humans. So they're like their thing is like, oh, who's farming who, right? Like wheat has now an fucking infinite amount of like
It's so scary.
exactly like there's so much
It's
wheat,
so
it's
scary,
infinite.
Ron.
When you think about it that way, think about it, dude. Who's farming who? Us or the wheat?
Dude, I'm telling you, that type of shit trips me out because it reminds me of the ending of Parasite. You remember the ending of Parasite?
I don't remember it that well.
Where, well, in Parasite, remember how they were getting hunted by that fucking parasite that was five parasites? They were getting hunted down. The
Oh
dude
yeah.
cut off his parasite from his right hand, like, and he lost his parasite in his right hand. And when he came back for it, and he got his revenge on this super insane, overpowered parasite, he was considering giving it mercy because he's like, what does my perspective mean in the scheme of things as opposed to that being's perspective? Like, should I kill it just because it's angry and wants to kill me? And he kind of like walked away. But then he came back and he said, "Yes, I am gonna kill it because it's fucking threatening my fucking family." What the fuck? Like, yeah,
Who gives him the
perspectives do
right?
matter to me. From my perspective, it fucking matters, right?
Yeah, fuck
But it
that.
just goes to show you that we can never truly understand another being, no matter what we may think of it. Like this parasite is smarter than you. This is a being that's smarter than you, but also the only thing it can think about is killing you, right? So it's like you question how smart it really is. You think about that with like other kinds of beings, like even up to plants. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like what if the way they perceive reality is just so obscenely
Of
different from
course.
ours that we just can't even hope to comprehend what it's like being a plant in a fucking plant's life. We just want to believe it has something to do with the way we would perceive it. But it could have literally nothing to do with the way we perceive
Yep.
things, you know? And we're just so arrogant in that way of assuming that our line of thought, the way we perceive things, is how things are meant to be perceived for like intelligent life or whatever. But for all we fucking know, this fucking, like you said, this fucking what's it called? The thing that's farming us,
Wheat.
this wheat can literally just be fucking laughing in our fucking faces as it farms us for free, and we all eventually just fucking
We're
kill each
making
other or
tons and
some
billions
shit.
of them for free.
Yeah, and this fucking wheat, the thing that we consider so insignificant, is literally farming us and breeding us and fucking watching this quote unquote intelligent life form
Think how much
destroy
wheat is
itself
in
and just
most
feed
of
itself
everything.
to the
Yeah.
grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like I don't know, man. The world is insane.
That's a cycle. I don't know. It's weird, man. There's nothing that can be explained at this point.
Yeah, that's what
Um.
Parasite showed me the themes of. Like, you can't understand what any other being is really thinking. You can't. You can only think you can. You know,
Yep.
it's
Even with your
insane.
own species, that a lot of the time, it's hard. Because even
Exactly.
like language is not the most effective way of communication sometimes. You know what I mean? That's why when we get that Neuralink shit from Elon Musk, we'll be okay. I'm sure everybody
We'll
will get.
all be one.
Yeah, we'll
We'll
all just
all
be one
finally
wee
understand
cog
each
in the machine.
other. But yeah, man,
All right, boys. I
it's
gotta.
it's fallacy of that shit, bro.
Yeah, it's a it's a weird thing.
If you want to actually not be a part of a one, you have to accept that you're alone in many ways, right? There is many things that other things will never understand the way you understand them or the way you think you understand them.
Yeah, I actually
You know?
saw. I don't know if you guys heard of David Goggins. Andrew, have you heard of David Goggins?
No, I don't think
You
so.
should look him up. You'd definitely like him. Both of you guys should look him up. He's basically like a Navy SEAL who, before he was a Navy SEAL, he had a shitty life, shitty childhood. I read his book, or I listened to the audiobook, and
Mhm.
this guy had the worst fucking childhood. At least from the book, when you hear it, it's like, damn, it gets pretty like really fucking bad. But apart from that, like after that, he like he gets old. He's like a man then, and he just gains a lot of weight. Like he gains to like 300 pounds, right? And he's a fucking loser. He has like a shitty job working at a fucking pest control, and he said he was breathing in these shit fumes all day. So basically, in the story, this guy fucking decides he wants to turn his life around, trains for the SEAL, loses a bunch of weight, becomes a Navy SEAL, becomes a fucking epic officer or whatever in the fucking Navy SEALs or whatever. And now he's like this motivational speaker because obviously he lost all that weight. He's accomplished. He took his life from fucking being down and shit with like shitty ass job, hardly being able to pay rent, being a big dude, lonely all the time. Like nothing going for him. To now, he's got a fucking mission. But like this guy's hardcore. Like he's one of those fucking hardcore athletes where he wakes up at fucking 4 in the morning, runs 10 miles, eats breakfast, runs 20 more miles, and does all kinds of crazy shit, right? I forgot where I was going with this. Where was I going with this, Andres?
I don't know, dude.
It's getting late. Maybe that's why. But David Coggins. Andrew, do you remember where I was going with this?
Well, you recommended it because of the shit I was talking about, which is perspective and shit like that.
No. It was something before. Right? Fuck, I can't remember.
Hmm.
I can't remember at all now, dude. What the fuck? Well, I just had the fattest brain fart. But anyways, just fucking go check.
Oh no, the thing I was talking about was either you are a part of the machine
Oh yeah.
and you don't feel lonely,
Yeah.
or you choose not to be a part of a machine and accept that you have to be always lonely in some sense because nothing will ever truly have your perspective.
Yeah. So basically, what I saw today was he had this quote where he's like, "If you're like a person like me, you're always gonna be misunderstood. No one's gonna ever understand you. Like, you should want to be misunderstood. If not, you're just part of this fucking machine, basically, right?" That's what his thing was. Something along those lines. Don't quote me, but you
That's
guys
a
should
scary
definitely.
thought. That's a scary thought. Well, like, what if the only way to kill loneliness is to really become part of something else, you know? And if you ever want to maintain individuality or a sense of self, you are always going to experience some level of loneliness. And that's the only way.
I don't know.
That's
I
the
think
only way
I think
that
there's like ways to balance it out. Honestly, like you could
there's
always.
balance, but I think it's like the yin and yang thing again.
Yeah.
Like if you are going to be an individual or someone with a sense of self, you have to accept that you're going to feel lonely
Yeah.
at
That's
times,
just exactly.
no matter what. Like you are gonna feel loneliness, and it will be normal
Yeah, it's
for
normal.
anyone who lives like that. So
Yeah, I think that's a good
yeah.
note to end it on. Anything you guys want to add? What do we got? Did we miss
Nah,
anything?
dude.
Any breaking news and just what's going on in Michigan, man? Breaking
Uh,
news. A bear has just attacked Andres'
no,
apartment.
nothing really. Other than I'm quitting my job and that's it.
Alright, so with that, it's been an episode of 3M Boys, episode 26. We might start doing 2 a week. We'll see how
Hopefully
it
we
goes.
get some Gene and Robert action in here.
We don't need
Roger
those bitches.
fucking went to a fucking tourney for the first time in
Actually, yeah,
a
let's
year
fucking
and a
talk
half.
about that real quick. But I'm pissing my pants. So let's make
Yeah,
it.
I'm just Roger
I
finally
have a
played
local
some
this
Smash
weekend.
again.
Yeah, played some Smash. It was fucking fun, man. Not gonna lie, it was fun to
Better
be out there.
Smash.
I mean, it was
Bro.
weird at first. I'm like, man, I forgot what it was like to go on a tournament. Like, man, I just want to sit down. Like, I was getting hot. I was getting uncomfortable.
Dude,
But
it was pretty hard. Yeah, we're used to more comfortable locals for sure.
yeah, and especially since I hadn't been out like that in a while, I was like, damn, this fucking ass. I would have stayed home. Not at first, but then once like everybody started like leaving and like it cooled down.
When we started playing
Yeah,
friendlies.
we were able to play some friendlies. Like I had fun. I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, the second I heard it was an outdoor tournament, I always accepted that it was going to be kind of uncomfortable. So I kind of just went in with that mentality where
Yeah.
it's like, okay, it's going to be fucking annoying
Next
for
time,
sure.
I'm just bringing a fucking beach
ignore
shirt,
it.
bro. Fuck that.
Yeah, dude, I literally just wore gym clothes when I went because I just like that's the only way I feel comfortable is if I'm in gym clothes
Yeah,
half the time. If I'm like sweating and shit, so
but it was cool.
fuck that, bro. If I'm a sweat, I'm gonna be in my gym
And it was
shirt.
fun to go to fucking Denny's again at like 1 in the morning.
Yeah, chill with our boys, and we got high on edibles, Lamau.
Yeah, that was sick.
How'd you feel about those edibles, by the way? You didn't even eat a whole thing, but
I like one little square. I'm not sure if it was like half of a square or the whole thing, but it was pretty good. I felt good. Like I was fucking.
yeah, that brand is fucking dope, bro. I'm glad I asked these dudes for that for this because
I might get that
they
from
have.
you.
Yeah, I'll tell you, bro. Let me know. Let me know. I'll fucking hit you up with that shit.
Yeah, actually,
But yeah.
send me that stuff right now. But yeah, it was
Okay.
fun.
I'll send it to you. But yeah, man, that was fun. Yeah, we should do it again. I don't know if the next tournament's gonna be Saturday or Friday, but
I probably won't be able to do it this weekend, but maybe next weekend. I'm done.
I'm down for next weekend too. All right.
All right.
Peace out, boys. Let's
Peace
fucking
out,
call it
boys. It's
here.
been a wrap.
All right.
Thank you for listening, ladies and
Night.
gentlemen. See ya.
Peace.
Wouldn't want to be a. Got him.
Peace and Joes.